Hello everybody, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. Today I'm going to be giving you a full park tour of my very first park build from my Sandbox mode playthrough of Jurassic World Evolution. If you guys don't know what I'm doing, I'm basically going through every buildable area in the entire game, and I'm building a different sort of themed park on each one. So I've already finished Isla Matanceros, where I built a park. I'm calling it Jurassic World Jr. So basically, it's like a kids-themed, like child-oriented, almost dinosaur Disneyland-esque sort of park thing, where I use all the most iconic or the most adorable dinosaurs I could find, just to make something that, you know, it'd be every kid's dream to go to this version of Jurassic World. So if you want to see the building of this park, you can go check out the playlist. I'm going to put it in the card. I'm probably also going to put it in the description down below. Make sure you guys go check that out. It was a lot of fun to build. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just get right into this. Probably won't be a very long episode. I'm just going to show you guys around the park, show you guys all my dinosaurs, the layout and everything, and what all is going on here. So, here we go. Welcome to Jurassic World Jr., as we're calling it. So you get off the monorail, and the first thing you see is a cool first little design choice. I wanted to put like a street kind of lined with palm trees, almost like you're in Hollywood. I don't know why, I just thought that'd be kind of a cool aesthetic to go for. But then you get here, and this is kind of the main street. Obviously, you got all your restaurants and stuff. I made sure to pick ones that, again, you know, children will want to go to, so like a toy shop or the fossil zone, arcade. Although, if you ask me, if you just came halfway around the world to Jurassic World and you're going to go to an arcade, what the hell is wrong with you? Kids, okay? Don't go to an arcade. Go see dinosaurs. That's the reason you're here. Fast food, kids like fast food. I can attest, I was a child once. Okay, hey, we should actually like play this. There we go. So then you get over here, and you know there's a monorail to go to other areas of the park, but here you got the first couple exhibits. So I started off with just one of the most iconic dinosaurs, just in general, the Triceratops. So I have a little exhibit of Triceratopses here. I used the alpine and the coastal pattern for the Triceratopses. They're kind of similar. You know, both grayish, but one's light gray, one's dark gray. It's a cool little contrast there. There's no super bright colors for the Triceratopses at all, so this is kind of what I went with. I think it's a cool first exhibit, because, you know, what kid does not know? Like, if you're into dinosaurs and you're a kid, you know Triceratops, okay? It's just, everyone knows Triceratops. It's just a good dinosaur to start with. It's cute, it's iconic. Good start. But then, if you head into the Innovation Center, you can actually go around the back here, which I kind of put a little garden sort of thing over here, just some scenery. I have a lot of these throughout the park, just some ponds to fill up some empty space. Although I was kind of going for just the, you know, the child theme doesn't really affect how the actual layout of the park ends up being, so I took the opportunity to kind of work on some design work, so making it look really good, something I'm really bad at actually in my parks. So stuff like this, just like a little water kind of running, a little stream going out of the exhibit into the next one. Little ponds here, just little like palm trees kind of along the side of the road as I had in the entrance. But then here we have our second exhibit. I have the Ankylosaurus and the Dryosaurus in here. I thought it would be cool to have kind of a contrast. So you got this big slow-moving dinosaur, big tough, slow-moving, and then you got this little group of like kind of small, quick, fast-moving dinosaurs that kind of scurry around underfoot of the big ones. Oh my gosh, that arid Dryosaurus skin, man, it's so cool. One goal I kind of had going into this was I wanted to use all of the herbivore pack dinosaurs, because I haven't really used them all very much. I did decide partway through, though, that the Nigersaurus wouldn't really fit in very well with this park, so I decided to save him for a later park. So I have the Dryosaurus and the Homocephaly here. No Nigersaurus though. But gosh darn, that's like one of my favorite skins in the game now. That Dryosaurus skin. It's just so great. I love it. But anyway, moving on. You got the hotel there. You got one more thing to do in this first area before you move on to the second area of the park. Here we have the Jurassic Tour. One of the first times I've actually used this in a park build. So I actually purposely didn't actually ride it until now, because I want to just ride it around for the first time now. So let's just do that. No, I don't want to ride it. Actually, I lied to you. I want to drive it. Can I drive it, please? Here we go. So, in this exhibit, for my iconic dinosaurs to pick, obviously, I had to go with, well, if it's a big open plain area, I had to go with Gallimimus, but also Brachiosaurus, because it's my favorite dinosaur in the entire game. So, of course, I have to use them in this park. It's iconic to the series in general, so how could I not use Brachiosaurus? I'm just going to kind of follow this path around and see where it leads. Experience the actual tour from the inside. How about that? Chicken mimic. I can't see diddly from there, actually. I wanted to put different elevations here. This is like another experimentation sort of thing I did with the, my actual like design work for the park. I wanted to work with like some hills and valleys and stuff, because that's something I never really do. I usually just kind of flatten it out, smooth it out, put some water, call it a day. But something I don't ever really do is, you know, make hills and valleys. So I kind of wanted to do that here. And I really like how it turned out here. We got Gallimimus, Brachiosauruses, who are inside each other now. That's nice. And of course, Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus, I went with the default skins just because I'm not a huge fan of the other ones that much. Same with the Gallimimus. Brachiosaurus, I varied them because they're all pretty equally okay. Oh gosh, okay, I left the ground. Not close enough. Okay, so continuing on with the tour. So from here, there's two ways you can go. The first place I'm going to go is up here to the T-Rex enclosure. I tried to keep mostly safe dinosaurs in the exhibit in this park, just because if you're taking your kids there, you want it to be pretty child friendly, right? You don't want to risk your kid getting eaten. So I try to keep carnivores to a minimum in this park. I only use two different species of carnivores here. One, of course, is the T-Rex, because if I'm doing iconic dinosaurs and I don't use a T-Rex, something's wrong. Where is Rexy? Where's my T-Rex at? I decided to use a T-Rex skin I don't ever really use, so I use the coastal T-Rex. There's Rexy. And I also put Rexy at the very top of the hill, because, you know, she's the queen of the park. Makes sense for her to be at the very top of the park, the highest point on the island that you actually like, build on, not counting like the mountains, obviously. You know what I mean? Okay, but then from there, the other way you can go takes you down to the lower section of the park, where I've kind of, not really a petting zoo, but just like a dinosaur zoo, you know? Just a couple of little exhibits, just kind of closely connected, where you can just walk between them. Kind of smaller exhibits, but got a good variety of species here. And of course, here I wanted to do some design work. Most of my design work was actually done on this section, so I did this kind of cool little circle thing with the viewing platform in the middle, the tower. Had the palm trees kind of lining around the hotel and also around this little circle over here. I really like how that turned out. The little ponds on the side as well. Overall, this area, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I'm really excited to do this kind of design work later on in future park builds. So, my other carnivore I used in this park was the Troodon, just because it has that cuteness factor that I'm going for in a lot of these exhibits. So there you go. And speaking of cute tiny dinosaurs, this is a sort of adorable pachycephalosaurid exhibit. So here I have the homalocephaly, which, if you're going with cute dinosaurs, how could you not include the homalocephaly? It's like the most adorable dinosaur in the entire game. I did decide at the last minute to put Draco Rex in here. I was originally just going to do Stygimoloch and homalocephaly, but I changed my mind at the last minute. And then, of course, Stygimoloch in here as well. I like it. It's kind of a big exhibit with a bunch of tiny little dinosaurs scurrying around. It's cool. And here you get a real good sense of scale of just these dinosaurs. Like, the Stygimoloch isn't a tiny dinosaur. Well, by dinosaur standards, it's pretty small, but the homalocephaly is absolutely puny in comparison. You really see how tiny this thing is. I think it fits with the sort of child-oriented, cutesy little park thing I'm going with here. Then my last exhibit, I have Struthiomimus, just because I wanted some colorful dinosaurs. Kids like bright colors, you know. That makes sense to me. But yeah, put some Struthies in here just for some color, some colorful dinosaurs running around, just because the other dinosaurs here are intensely boring. I have the Apatosaurus, which is another iconic dinosaur, I'd say. One that if I were a kid, I'd want to see a Apatosaurus in Jurassic World, so there you go. Then of course Stegosaurus, because if you're thinking of iconic dinosaurs, how could you not pick Stegosaurus? I actually made a mistake. This is the wetland pattern, which is actually my favorite, but I got it confused with the woodland pattern. I actually made like a lot more woodland ones than wetland ones. Bit unfortunate, but hey, they're all cool. It's totally fine. And that's pretty much the entire park. So this took me 4 episodes to make, a few hours. Not really a big deal. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I purposely kind of filled some empty space with some trees, just to have it kind of like have a little cozy feel to it, where all the buildings are kind of just nestled in the trees here. That's the kind of vibe I was going for, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So there's my first park build done. There's my tour of Jurassic World Jr. I really just wanted this one to be a park full of just the most iconic dinosaurs, and so the child-friendly theme kind of just naturally followed that, and I'm happy with how it turned out. This is actually my least favorite idea of all the ones I've come up with for this series. They're only going to get better from here, so I urge you, if you did not watch me building this, please go check it out. Again, it's in the cards in the description, but also check out our next playthrough, our next island for Isla Muerta. I'm going to be making a tropical themed park, so lots of water, like water-based dinosaurs, sandy exhibits, stuff like that. I have some ideas for that one. It's going to be really cool, so I hope you guys are excited for that park build. If you are, make sure you go check that out when the first episode drops next weekend. But yeah, that's it for this park build tour thing. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video, comment some ideas for future park builds. This one's done. I've already, probably by the time this is going up, I've already started on the next one. But you can leave ideas for future themes for parks, or just exhibits in general you want to see in parks. What dinosaurs do you want me to use? I'll be doing some park builds after this whole series is done, after all 10 islands are done. I'm open to suggestions for that, so make sure you leave comments for that stuff down below. Subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes for this series, any future park builds. And yeah, so that's going to be it for this park build. Hope you guys enjoyed this tour. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I will see you guys in the next episode. Toodles! That was stupid.